Hi everyone, Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd, and it's time for a review of the new Phoenix LP, Bankrupt. Phoenix is a French pop and rock outfit who has been around a lot longer than some people assume, mostly due to their very recent spike in popularity with their fourth full-length album Wolfgang Amadeus Phoenix in 2009, an album that made the band a bit of an overnight sensation, going gold in America, Canada, as well as Australia, which is absolutely no surprise whatsoever considering how many sharp-ass singles are on this LP. 1901, Armistice, Listomania, and Lasso. This album was filled with catchy, sweet, quirky, memorable guitars, really bouncy synthesizers, some very agreeable vocals, and overall just a really poppy sound. I did like quite a few tracks on Wolfgang Amadeus Phoenix, but I've never really been a big Phoenix fan, to be completely honest. The band's sound to me has always reflected sort of a loss in personality within the genres of indie pop and indie rock over the years. But it's not like there's any reason to hold negative feelings toward the band, and it's not like the band came out with this fourth album, changed their sound, and sold out. The band's music has always been really sort of sweet and hook heavy. It's just like Phoenix had the right idea the whole time and had foresight, and I commend them for doing that and also making music that they want to make. Still, I have to kind of raise an eyebrow when it comes to people who were big fans of maybe the band's past few LPs and are giving a listen to this new LP and are a little disappointed with Bankrupt's lack of surprises. I wonder, when has Phoenix ever really been about surprises at all? Their discography, their musical trajectory has been, over the course of their career, incredibly safe. About as safe as taking a swim in a puddle with a snorkel and water wings. As far as indie rock and pop go, Phoenix's music is incredibly standard. There's not an angle that you can look at it in which it doesn't look standard. You can't even call the band obnoxious or overly romantic in the way that you would Vampire Weekend, or overblown in the way that you would say Arcade Fire is sometimes. Or even too sweet and saccharine in the way that Matt and Kim or even Passion Pit can be. The band's vocals consistently just don't really stick out to me with any sort of flair. If anything, they remind me of like Of Montreal's Kevin Barnes if he had never had his heart broken, or if he had never heard a David Bowie record. All these issues aside, Phoenix does bring a notable change on this new album, and that change is an increase in synthesizers and electronics. Guitar still has a real presence on these tracks, but these synthesizers, they're really turned up to make the overall feel of this record thicker and brighter. A drum machine occasionally pops up on this album, and there are a lot of grooves, whether it be in the hook or the verses on these pop tunes, that feel like they're ripped straight from old 80s new wave B-sides who we couldn't even find on Google if we could remember their names. The band's approach on this LP is far from original. These guys are not the first to rock grooves like this, they won't be the last, but still, sharp songwriting does stick out. Like the song Entertainment opening this LP up, really driving groove on this LP, and it starts out with this killer, burning synth melody. The vocals come off pretty emotive on the verse with a nice downstroked guitar in there. It's a really good tune, and the song Trying to Be Cool. The song has a sticky melody and this groove that feels like it's a bridge between funk, disco, and 80s new wave. The song is so good, I totally suggest it as this album's next single, because it's definitely more entertaining than this album's other single, Chloroform, which has all these dinky drum machines that just don't do anything for the track, a very redundant and almost pointless synth melody that copies exactly what the vocals do, and this weak, gutless piano phrase that feels like it's just a direct copy of the pianos from Elton John's Benny and the Jets. It's a really lackluster tune in my opinion, and one of a good handful of moments on this album where the band is really mucking up their sound, mucking up these tunes with just too many elements, to the point where the songs just really lose their pop, their snap, their instantaneousness in translation. Like the song SOS in Bel Air, which not only hits the listener with many pieces within a short span of time, but all of these pieces are layered so heavily with numerous ideas flying around into this jumbled whirlwind. There's some sweet melodies that are in this tune and others on here, but they feel as if they're canceled out by 100 other ideas competing with them, like on the song Drakkar Noir or the very drum machine driven tune Don't, or the track Oblique City. These tunes are a little more clear than the track SOS and Bel Air, but still, not many songs on this album come off as meticulously crafted as tunes on Wolfgang Amadeus Phoenix. It's almost as if the band had the approach of just sort of throwing everything at the wall and just sort of seeing what sticks. There are some other songs on here though that are interesting, take me by surprise, like the song Bourgeois, which is a very 80s-esque slow jam. It's very easygoing, it's got a sweet melody, sensual vocals on the track, it's a killer. And the title track, surprisingly enough, is nearly a 7-minute synth odyssey with a vocal part on the back end, which is actually incredibly entertaining. The band did a great job of crafting some sounds on this thing. Overall, I have to say, this album wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great either. It's really sort of middle of the road for me, mostly because of how spotty it is. There's some sharp songs on here, backed up against some very jumbled songs as well. On a lot of tracks here, pretty much for the whole album, the band is rocking this just nearly dead, deathbed 80s chic revivalism that they don't exactly make feel fresh. And even though I did like some of the tunes on here, I still can't help but feel that when I listen to a Phoenix tune, there is something there, whether it be the vocals, the way the band plays their instruments, there's just some sort of lack of character there, to be completely honest. I'm feeling a decent strong 5 on this thing. If you've given it a listen, what did you think of it? Did you love it? Hate it? Why? What do you think I should review next? And that's it. Anthony Fantano, Phoenix, forever.